my crafty friends, and welcome to my stamp studio. It is time for Stampin' Fun and More tonight. I am just getting my Facebook Live feed going over on the other side here. And once I do that, we'll be flipping down the camera to start our class. So tonight we'll be playing with the Playing in the Rain. I hope I put that with the right title on the video when I started it. Yeah, it's a rainy day here in Wisconsin. I don't know. It just felt like the right set to use. Actually, I planned this before I knew it was going to be raining today. So, it just kind of all tied together. All right, I'm going to flip down my camera, and it'll just take a moment. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes. And, yeah, just hang on for a minute. Hello, Beth. How are you? All right, so we're going to be using this fun Playing in the Rain stamp set. It is available in the online store right now, and actually it is on sale. So the stamp set itself is $15.60. Woohoo bonus, because it was $26. And the coordinating dies that you get with it they're also on sale. Let me just find it, because I just clicked off the screen. All right. The dies are $21. Now, I will list the item codes in the comments right after the video. So if you like this, you can get it while it's on sale. Again, this is while supplies last. Our last chance products don't last very long. So make sure you get your order in. I will have a host code there. My host code is only going to be available through Sunday. So here's the deal. Stampin' Up! Is changing around how it's doing its customer rewards. So they're starting to implement that change on April 13th. They're putting up the system for that. In fact, if the system's going to be down that day, I will let you know. I know one of the days it's going to be down while it's converting everything. So I will let you know when that is. So if you do like this, put your order in right away. Don't wait. Again, it's a Playing in the Rain stamp set and dies. You're going to love these cards. And any order that is $40 or more in my online store, you're going to be getting this card kit. So this is what, okay, without that card, this is what your card kit looks like. So you get 2 of each card. So we're doing 3 cards tonight. Each of the bundle of cards is in 1 envelope. So there are 2 envelopes. So you get an envelope per card for right now. You also have a half sheet of basic white. This is where all your stamping is going to be done. So you'll get these 3 kits. You're going to get a little bit of ribbon, like probably like, I didn't measure it. You'll get enough ribbon because one of the cards we do use a piece of ribbon. So you'll get ribbon with that as well. All right. I need to just move a couple things off my desk before they fall off. There we go. I'm going to be using our Memento Black ink tonight because I'm going to be using my blends. So that is the only stamp pad that we'll be using. And all right, I just need to get all my ducks in a row, so to speak. Ha ha ha. Did you see the Hump Day Lunch Break with our charming ducks? I do have a class that's being offered right now. It's our Charming Duck Pound class, and you get 5 cards and a project, designer series paper, ribbon, and embellishment. And it's $35 if you're porch picking up, or it's $44 if it's mail. So make sure you check that out. If you're on my email list, you would have gotten the email about it already. If you're not on my email list, get on my email list, because I'll be sending out another sign up, so you'll get that email. And I will also post it on my website, and I'll go ahead and put a post on my Facebook page as well. Speaking of Facebook page, I clicked off of it to see the price, and I forgot to click back on. Hold on for just a moment. Okay, there we go. Feeling, I was feeling pretty good. I went in last week. I was put on those antibiotics, and they really did wonders. I actually went and bowled with my friends on Saturday because I haven't been doing much with them lately. I didn't stay out. I just bowled and came home. I was very well behaved, but that took everything out of me. So on Sunday, I felt okay, kind of going downhill now. I called the doctor to see if I need another round of antibiotics. I think that might just do it for me. So I'm really hoping. I'm pretty tired of being tired and sick. It seems like I've been nonstop sick since November, so. All right, I'm going to put this here. So I have a whole bunch of blends right here that we'll be using. I will let you know the colors as we go. So, let's see. So while I get things going here. Oh, this isn't wet. I need to go get my chamois wet. Hold on. All right. So, a little tired this evening. We had our grandchildren overnight. My son started a new job, so he had to get up really early to drive to the job. He's in construction, so yeah. He had to leave at like 3:30 this morning, poor guy. So my husband and I, instead of having to drive over to his house in the morning to pick up the kids to go to daycare, we said, no, they're just going to stay overnight. So it turned out okay, except little Miss Casey, you know. I don't know what she did with her diaper, but her diaper was not where it should be, and so everything was soaked. So she woke up pretty unhappy this morning. But, hey, got her dried off, got her changed. She curled up with Grandpa. She was all good. All right, so I'm going to get stamping all the stuff that we need. I know what things I need on my card, so I will go ahead and do that stamping. As soon as I find the piece that I... okay. So I did all my stamping before, but I decided to change that guy up, so we're just going to do all the stamping all over again. All right, so I've got my little fox with the umbrella. And again, I'm just using my Memento ink. I'm going to do all my stamping first, then I'll do all my coloring, and then I'll do my assembly. All right, so here is my fox. It works out really good that I was just making 3 cards because I have 3 critters. Almost like I planned it that way, hey? All right, so then here's my rabbit. Put that up here. I need some clouds. I need clouds for every card, so I will start them over here. 1, 2. Oh, and I lied. There is another color that I need to pull in. I forgot about that. I'm going to stamp 4 sets of clouds here. Let's see, I need 1 for that card. I need 1 for that card. And where's my 4th card? Oh my goodness, I lost my other card. Two to do. So basically we're making this card. I just changed it up with the designer series paper because I no longer have that designer series paper. Okay, so 3 clouds here, 3 clouds there. And where's my other? Well, where did that other card go? Holy cow, I lost my card sample. All right. We'll figure it out in a minute. Okay, we'll just go with those. Let's clean these off. I do know what I'm doing, really. I'm actually kind of organized tonight. I don't seem like it, but I really am tonight. All right, and we're going to do our turtle. Okay, and what else do I want here? I want a couple little flowers. I'm not positive that I'm going to use these flowers, but it kind of just struck me as I was getting ready for tonight that I might want them. So I'm going to stamp 2 flowers here. And I am leaving enough space here so I can do my die cutting. And then I need my little puddle of water. So I'll put that right over here. Oh, that didn't turn out. Put another puddle of water right here. That's much better. Okay. All right, let's get the lid for this. Now what is going on there? Where did I put my lid? All right, I'm going to put that off to the side. I do know that I'm going to need, I do know I'm going to need blue. Blue to stamp on one of these cards. You know what, we might just do azure. Kind of a different color today. I haven't, you know, I don't really use azure a lot. Is it azure or azure, or I'm going with azure. I, you know, mispronounced things before. What's going to stop me from doing it now, right? All right, so I'm going to do that one. I will just put that aside for later. Let's get coloring here. And we'll be die cutting after we color. Okay, I'm going to start with my bunny rabbit here. And this bunny rabbit is, let's see, that's the turtle. This is the bunny rabbit. I think. This is the rabbit. Okay, that's the turtle. This is the rabbit. All right, I need to have, I'm going with Melon Mambo and Peach Pie. And just make sure I have my peach pies here. That I didn't grab my banana by mistake. And this is light Melon Mambo and dark Melon Mambo. Okay. And I'm not going to color in my puddle here because with this die doesn't actually cut out that puddle. I know, kind of odd, right? So it does not cut out the puddle. However, if you stamped it, you could have that puddle in there. All right. So there we go. So that's how he's going to cut out. All right. And I will need that as well. Then I'll need a little scrap for my kite. That's what it's called. It's called a kite, Beth. We might just do it out of here and color it in ourselves. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So let's go ahead and color our little jacket here. And I'm actually going to color his nose and his ears in the light Melon Mambo. I know, it's pretty bright. But the designer series paper that we're going to be using is very bright. I actually have some leftover designer series paper from our celebration. So that's what you'll be getting in your kit. Your pieces will be already cut for you. I'm going to take my dark peach pie now. And I'm going to go ahead and color different spots of the jacket here. I do want to give it a little bit of a shadowed look. And then I'll come in with my light peach pie and give it a whirl here. Kind of blend in my dark into the white area. All right. Okay, so we've got him colored. Now let's color our turtle. I'm going to use pecan pie and shy shamrock. And I'm going to do peach pie for his flower. So I'm just going to do the flower right away. Okay. All right, so we'll grab our dark shy shamrock. And I'm just going to go kind of along the lines here the artist gave us. And let's see. There's not a whole lot of coloring on this green part. The shell was pretty quick to color too. So I think if you want to use markers, it would just work out fine, or your colored pencils. Totally up to you on what your favorite coloring tools are. These obviously are mine. I do try to every once in a while have pencils or blends or markers. I don't use markers too much, I do have to admit. All right. So we got our little die cut out here. Let's go ahead and take our dark pecan pie here. And I'm just going to kind of outline in this shell right here, going around those dots. I'm going to make those dots lighter. Now, if you wanted, you could do the reverse of what I'm doing and make it, make your shell parts large. I'm sorry. You could color in the spots on the shell in the darker. It doesn't matter. So now I'm just going to take my light pecan pie here and blend that together. My tip is kind of worn out, so let's go with the chisel side here. Totally does not matter which way you color your shell. It still will look adorable. All right, so then we need to add some, just some little defining areas here with his little shell. And excuse me for the coughing, I can't help it. It's what it is when you have a cold. But I really felt I wanted to be here tonight. I feel like I haven't been present very often lately, and so I just really wanted to be here. All right. Good thing I had some water here. All right. Before I color my guy in here, my fox, I'm going to grab my pool party. I'm going to grab the dark pool party here. And I'm going to do my clouds. So I'm just going to color in just where those spots are, those lines are on my clouds. You know, in this one I might add a little bit more definition to it. Totally up to you on how much you want to color your clouds. I just like adding a little bit just to kind of give it, to make them pop out more. You don't have to be exact with those lines either. Make it what you want. And I'm just hurrying through here, so obviously it's not real critical. All right. And let's go ahead and color our flowers in. So let's see, I'm going to use my Dark Shy Shamrock for my leaves on my stems here. I'm not positive I'm going to use them, but I don't know, I want to have them. All right, now I'm going to color some of these in light daffodil. Oh, I only grabbed dark daffodil. What did I do here? Where is it? Oh, well, okay. Guess I'll grab my lemon lolly. I have my dark lemon lolly here, so we'll use that. And we'll do this one over here. And then we're going to do... And I'm just basically drawing lines. I'm not really coloring all that much. I'm just drawing lines. All right. And we'll come back in with our peach pie. I'll use my light peach pie. That's pecan. That's not going to work. We'll get the other flowers. I'm using these two colors because I know that's what my designer series paper is. So... Doot. Okay. And I'm going to take my dark pecan pie here and do the center of my flowers. These flowers, the markers would be great to color these flowers in with. All right, let's see what else I need. I need to do my little water splash here, and I'm going to do that in my light azure. All right, now let's color our fox in here. So I'm going to take my, what do you call it, pecan pie, and I'm going to kind of draw like a point here. Okay, and then I'm going to color all this in. Now, normally I would probably use Cajun Craze on my fox, just because the red foxes up here are more Cajun Craze color than they are the pumpkin pie. But before I finish this, we're going to add some little depth in there. Okay. All right. And then we'll come back in and blend that all together. I don't like blending too much. I like to have it kind of be a look like it's fur. So I don't blend it a whole lot. All right. All right, let's get his ears here. His little paws. All right, there we go. And now let's color in his little jacket. I'm going to be putting this on Azure cardstock. So let's go with our dark daffodil here for a raincoat. So I've got my dark daffodil, and I'll use my dark lemon lolly since I have no idea where I went with my light daffodil. So he's got a little raincoat on. All right. Now the question is, do we want to have a yellow umbrella, or do we want to go with a different color? So this is where you all get to play along. Tell me what color you think we should do. Should we do yellow? Should we do Azure, which is going to match the cardstock and the designer series paper? Should we use Pool Party? Let me show you the cardstock. Let me pull out this one here. So these are the colors that we'll be using in the card. All right. So you tell me, what color should I color the umbrella? So inquiring minds would love to know. While you're doing that, I am going to go grab a Kleenex. There we go. Sorry, don't mean to have to blow my nose during the live, but I really had to blow my nose. All right. Colors, colors. Okay, everyone, wake up out there. All right. Okay, well, I'm just going to start coloring then. I'm going to go ahead, Azure Afternoon. Okay. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So we're going to use the two different colors of Azure. So I'll do the light. Actually, I'll do the whole thing in light. And we'll do his little hat in yellow here. Let me get back that yellow. I don't know what I'm doing here. Daffodil. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's another daffodil. What? Dark daffodil. Okay. Why is my brush end so bad? Sorry, it was a newer blend, so I was kind of surprised that my brush end is kind of broken down already. All right. So we'll do this. All right. Okay, let's come back in with our dark. And I'm just going to go kind of along right here like this. All right, so I just added a little dimension to that. And I'm going to come back in and kind of smooth it. Alrighty, so we've got all our things colored. Let's go ahead and get some die cutting done here. So we'll need our flowers. Alright, I'm going to probably use some Post-it note tape here. If I find my Post-it note tape. What can I do with it? Okay, I guess I won't. I don't know what I do with it. All right. Okay, and we got our rabbit. I'm going to try to do as much die cutting as I can at one time so that you don't have to sit and watch me die cut. All right. So I'm going to get my plates here. We're going to use our large die cutting machine. All right. Oh, and of course they moved. So does anyone have anything fun going on this weekend? I need to do some changing out the clothes from winter to spring and summer. So I'm going to be boxing up clothes I don't wear, donating it. I have to laugh because I hardly wore any sweaters this winter because of my fun little hot flashes. So I'm like, I don't know what sweaters I really want to get rid of because I couldn't wear any this winter. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to pick it up and say, do I like this sweater or no? And if I say nope, then I'm going to just get rid of it. Because sometimes you just got to do that, right? Sometimes you can't keep everything. All right. I am just continually laying my dies on my sheet here, so I'm actually doing something. I need a scrap piece of designer series paper. Let's see, do I have a scrap handy? I do. What's on the other side of this? Okay. Oh my goodness, I don't think I'm going to be able to do as many as I want at a time here. They keep popping all over the place. So let's just see how well I die cut these. So I gently put down my plate. I'm going to hold it in place and run it through. Cross your fingers, everyone. All right. Let's see how those turned out. I'm hoping they turned out okay. All right. So we got our bunny. Oh, a little bit off. Not too bad. Our turtle is pretty off. At least our flower is good. All right. Again, that's because I'm trying to do too many of them at one time. Oh well. It happens. I want to get this all kind of cut up so we can make our cards. Get our clouds cut here. Our little flower. Then we'll do our little water. Like you really care which pieces I'm cutting out, right? All right. I just feel like I should be talking while I'm doing this. All right. I really wish we had multiple die clouds in here. Dies for the clouds. So it's not so much cutting, but it is what it is. Oh, I hope her and Amy had a good time. I bet both needed the break, right? How far is it a drive to the airport? All right, chips. Okay. I'm going to do my, oh, I don't need any more of those. I do have a piece in here of crumb cake that's in your card kit, and we're going to be cutting out 2 bridges. So I've got our little bridge die here and our piece of crumb cake. You can get 2 bridges out of that piece. So both of your cards will have a bridge. So I'm going to put that here. And let's see, I'm going to cut out some of my flags for my die, for my, yeah, we're just gonna, yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. Oopsie. I hope that'll fit. I'm cutting up all sorts of other little pattern pieces here. I've got one more cloud to cut, and one more bridge to cut here. Oh my goodness, there we go. All right. I think it's almost time for a new plate, ladies. What do you think? And gents. You know, sometimes the guys watch, and they don't, like, admit that they watch. But I know they do. I know they're out there. One of my husband's friends does watch. And once in a while, he'll say something to me, like, you cracked me up the other night, or, you know, I'm like, see, I knew you were watching. But, you know, they won't say hi. I think he's always usually too busy laughing at me. All right. So I felt terrible the other day. It was my youngest son's birthday, and I totally missed his birthday. I was so sick last week that I totally missed it. I felt so bad, and I called him, and I'm like, I am so sorry I missed your birthday. I feel terrible. He's like, it's okay, Mom, I was sick. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel better because I was sick too. So we were laughing about it. Yeah, I actually got him there's this place that makes this amazing Kringle, and it's out in Green Bay. So I get up there about once or twice a year, and it's always around his birthday that I happen to go up there. So this Kringle, now, if you're from Wisconsin, you know everything about Kringle, right? So normally Kringle's about, you know, kind of thin. It's like that thin. And it's all different. It can be nuts or fruits or, you know, whatever. But this Kringle is this, so if you're looking at that, it is at least this tall. It is incredible. It looks like a giant pretzel almost. Oh my gosh. They're called Uncle Dave's Kringle. Oh, they are incredible. Not that I'm plugging or advertising or anything else like that for him, but oh my gosh. Those Kringles are to die for. Okay, not really, but you know what I mean. They're really, really good. So I always get the, they have a pecan salted caramel one. Oh my gosh. Yep. Definitely have to get that every time I go. And so that started, oh, I don't know, back in 2015 or something like that when we first started going up there. And my son would always say, why don't you bring me back a Kringle? It's my birthday. So, yeah, so now ever since then, I bring him a Kringle back. So, and the Kringles freeze greatly. So it's, you know, in my freezer right now. And I'm just looking to see which, well, we'll decide that later when we get to that one. All right, let's put all my dies on their magnet over here. I'll need a stamp set for the sentiments, so pull that out. I don't want to lose my dies. All right. Let's get started on this one. So we have a piece of Azure Afternoon, 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half. Okay, we'll give that a nice crease. I've got a piece of pecan pie. This is I don't remember now. It's already cut for you. It's part of the kit. It's an 1/8 inch larger than the piece of designer series paper. So your designer series paper, turn it whichever way floats your boat. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to just adhere it right to the card base. I've got enough other things that will be going on here that I don't have to worry about popping this one up. So let's put our designer series paper on our pecan pie. And I chose pecan pie because that's what color I made the fox. So there's that. All right. We're going to grab three different clouds here. You know, that cloud needs to be trimmed down just a little bit. Sometimes I don't mind, but I was way off when I die cut this one. So we'll just trim it down a little bit. Okay. There we go. Much better. I'm feeling better about that one. Okay, we'll make it a little more rounded. You know, and I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, so we're just going to put that like this. I think on my original card, I had pattern designer series paper that was a specialty paper, so it had like raindrops embossed on it. Because I don't have that on this paper, I'm just going to put a couple of raindrops. So we're going to move this aside. We're going to grab our Azure ink. And I'm not going to stamp a whole bunch. Just some random ones here. Some rando dots. Some rando drops. All right. And we've got our little guy right here. We're going to put this right here. And from your leftover scraps, you'll have enough to stamp your sentiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp my sentiment. The rainy days are better with you. And I'll go ahead and stamp that with my Memento Black. Now, if you wanted to bring in another color, you can. Feel free. I'm just going to use my black. I'm going to stamp it on my scrap piece of paper here. And I'm going to be fussy cutting that out. So I'm not even going to worry that it's straight or not straight. We're just going to trim it out. So I'll cut that kind of straight at the bottom, but I'm going to go around. Okay. I was having a challenge curving that there. There we go. Now, if you're not sure about where you want to cut your sentiment, take a pencil and draw around it. That way you can tell, is that what I'm going to like? All right, so rainy days are better with you. So with that, we've got our little puddle that we need to put on here, just like that. So we're going to be adhering all these pieces together, and then we'll pop up our clouds. So let's bring in our card base. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this right to my card base. I know I kind of did things a little backwards today where I stamped everything first, but sometimes it's fun. I can't help myself. I got to change it up every once in a while. All right, I'm going to take my liquid glue here. And just put this. Now, part of this is going to be cut off, all right? So I'm not going to adhere glue over there, but I am going to take it along here. This is what I like my precision tip for. Now, I could have definitely easily used my adhesive sheets, but you know what? I always forget to do it. Unless they're sitting like right in front of me, I don't remember to do it. And I really do like using them. I think they're amazing to use. I am just too much of a dork to remember to do it. All right, so we'll put our bridge right here. I'll trim that off in a minute. I'm going to get my sentiment here. And I'm going to pop my sentiment up on dimensionals. I'm going to pop this guy up on dimensionals, but I just had to see, oh, sticking fingers, where I wanted my water, my puddle. So we're going to put it right down here, just like that. All right, let's get some dimensionals on him, or her, or it, whatever you want to call, whatever pronoun you feel like using. Him, her, they, he, she. All right. Alrighty, so I'll just put that one right there. Let's put this up on some dimensionals. I can pick that up. There we go. All right, let's just flip this over and trim that off. Sorry, my little trash bin was not where it's supposed to be. I had my water there. It was kind of throwing me off. All right, so now we're going to put our clouds on here. Got 3 different shaped clouds. And we'll pop those up on dimensionals. So I said, just adding that little bit of Pool Party to my cloud really kind of makes those pop off the paper. And it's not real obvious. All right. Okay. So there is our card. Really cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right. Next card. I'm going to go ahead and take our second kit out. Let's put this with my first kit here. And again, in each of your envelopes, you have all the supplies you need for 2 cards. So I try to layer them together. What do you do with the stuff? Oh, I try to layer it together like this so that you have all the pieces you need for your top card and for your second card, and then your envelopes in there. Right. And because these are all different color, you'll be able to tell which one you need to use. All right, so I have a piece of Lemon Lolly here, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So just give it a nice press there. This card is going to go this way. I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. I have 2 strips of Designer Series paper. These both measure, let's see, 4 7/8 by 1 7/8. So you're going to end up, if I can pick this up, overlapping just a little bit. And this is the card that I said you'll have some ribbon for. I just got to cut it for you. So we're going to adhere those pieces just like that. So let's go ahead and grab our adhesive. Now, if you like the other side of the Designer Series paper, feel free. Have at it. All right. Just like that. We'll take our strip of... I'll measure this and I'll have it cut for you so you will have enough. We're going to do a quick little bow here. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this one because I don't know what I did with my finished card before. All right. So I'm going to make a small... Oh. I really didn't give myself a lot of room here. Hold on. I'm just moving this around so I can tie a bow better. All right. I'm going to make a small bow. There we go. All right. Now, how did I... What did I do? What in the world did I do? Oh my gosh. I have no idea what I did. Some days I crack myself up. Okay. Bow challenge. Give me a moment. I'll get there. Put this on the other side of me because it was throwing me off there. All right. Okay. I'm telling you, it's still really throwing me off that those two nails like snapped off my thumbnail and my index finger. And I'm just having a really hard time like crafting. I must use those nails when I craft. I don't know. All right. Let's get a scissors. I'll stop complaining about it. Don't worry. They'll grow back. I hope. All right. There we go. Okay. Whew. That took forever and a day, right? All right. So I'm going to just slide this over to the left, or to my right. My other left. And I'm just going to put my ribbon kind of overlapping that seal there. All right. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be adhering this to my card front, but I'm going to use dimensionals. So what I want to make sure I do is, I want to make sure that I'm capturing part of that ribbon with my dimensionals. Could have definitely put some adhesive there, like seal there, but you know what? This works just fine too. Now, along with the 6 cards in your class kit, I will send you a PDF tutorial so you have all the measurements, all the instructions of the pictures. I do also include the video link on your little class packet. All right, so this time we're going to be using our little turtle. And I really do not like how I die cut that time, so we're just going to trim it off a little bit. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've got our little turtle here, and I want to put some clouds on there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and on this scrap, okay, let me go grab my, I am going to give you a punched shape, I think, because I feel it'll look much better as a punch circle. So give me a moment while I get a circle here. I die cut one. Oh my goodness, I was going through everything and I did not put my stuff away in the proper order. Where is all my stuff? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think I put all my... Oh no, I hope I didn't. I had my BOGO sale and I think I boxed up all my current die cuts with it. Oh jeez. I found some. That would have been rough. Alright, so I need Happy Day. And we're going to take this one right here. Let's just die cut that real quick. Do I have a scrap handy here? Will that fit? You know what? Nope, too big. Too big! Alright, scrap white, where are you? I know I have some here. Here we go. Let's choose that corner. and we do have one more card, yes, left. And yes, I will try and make it quick. So you'll have a little circle die cut there for you. Make sure that's in your envelope. All right. And we're going to take Oh Happy Day. We're going to grab our black memento. All right. Oh, I don't like how that's stamped. I'll ink that up a little bit more. There we go. Much better. Okay. So we have our Oh Happy Day. And wrong size here. We'll put this one over here. This one there. This one there. Take one of our little flowers and put our flower just like that. Oh, Happy Day. So if you need to move your bow a little bit, well, now that we stuck it down, too bad. Change your clouds around. All right, so we're going to put Oh Happy Day. Overlap that. Just tuck underneath the ribbon here. There we go. Just like that. I still think that looks pretty cute. What do you think? Let's go ahead and put everything up on dimensionals. I'm going to keep my Oh Happy Day just flat. Slide it there and there. Pop up our flowers. There we go. Well, they're not straight. All right. Now this one may take a little bit of extra postage because we have like 2 layers of popped up pieces, but it may not, you know, because that can get kind of flattened out. All right, so that is our second card. Put it with its pieces here. Now notice I haven't even used all the die cuts in here. I mean, there's still a whole bunch. So there is some grass here. I did die cut the flags for the kite, and I do have a kite right here. All right. We have the bridge. Here's the kite. Here's that little grass. Here's the puddle. Here's an umbrella. So that little umbrella is right here. So you can see that. More little grass. There's butterflies here too. I didn't even notice that. There's a little tree stump. And there is a little bow tie, which would look adorable on that turtle. Just saying. Yeah, all sorts of things that are in this that we didn't even use. I had so much fun with this. I probably made about 20 different cards with this. I've given most of them away, but I do have a couple here. That's actually where I got my ideas from for this one. All right, so now we're going to do a fun fold. I just wanted to pick up some things a little bit as we went. All right, in our fun fold, we have our Melon Mambo here. And on my sample piece, I've already done my scoring, but everything is already cut and stacked and layered for you in your envelope. We have a piece of 5.5 by 8 Melon Mambo cardstock, and I've scored it already. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to score. We're going to fold this one this way. All right, so we have that. Then we're going to fold this one up and this one down. All right, so this is how we want it to look. Not sure if you can see that. All right, so that's how we want it to look. All right, so now we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to go ahead and start putting that on here. So I've got this one piece here and we're going to put it this way. You can use whichever side designer series paper you want. This piece I like because it has just a variety of colors in it. So I felt like I wanted to use it right here. And then my second piece, where'd they go? God. They fell out of my envelope. It's just the other side. So I'm going to adhere that right at the bottom. Now, if you want to use the same piece, you can. Totally up to you. All right, so when I scored this, sorry, I forgot to tell you the scoring dimensions, didn't I? I scored it at 1 inch, 2 inches, and then 5 inches. So this 8-inch piece here is scored at 1 inch, 2 inch, 5 inch. Sorry. Forgot to tell you. All right. So that's kind of the way it's going to look. I'm just going to put this over here for at the moment. And now I've got another piece of Melon Mambo. And this piece measures, well, what does it measure? It measures 6 inches. And we're going to score it at 1 3/4 from one of the ends. So I'm bringing my handy dandy trimmer here as soon as I find where I put it. Okay, 1.5 inches. Right? Or did I say 1 3/4? Oh, please. 1 3/4, I believe. Yeah, 1 3/4. Good thing I double checked that measurement. All right. So I'm just going to score that right here, just like that. Also in your kit here, you have 2 pieces of basic white cardstock. Now, this smaller piece is going to be for the front of this flap, all right? We're going to be stamping on that, but we're going to be assembling that right there. This piece we're also going to stamp on, but that's going to be the back sentiment area for your card, okay? That's where this one's going to go. So, let's stamp this one first. Actually, we're not going to be stamping this one all the way. We'll be stamping a little bit. But we have our little bunny that we've already cut out. And we've got our kite here. So I'm actually going to color my kite here. And I want to grab a scrap piece of paper. Let's just grab we'll just grab that. And I'm going to color this in, we're going to do our Melon Mambo. So I'm going to color it with my light Melon Mambo first. And I'm just going to do this. I could have cut it out of Melon Mambo cardstock, but I didn't think of it until after I made the card. So then I'm going to color my whole kite in Melon Mambo. Now I'm going to come in and you can either do polka dots or you can do stripes or a plaid. I'm just going to go simply across like this, go back like this. So I'm just making a little plaid out of my kite. And then I have my little peach, whatever those things are called on the kite. I'm just going to put one set of them on there. So, what I'll do, I'm going to put him together like this. All right. I'm laying it out so I can see where I want to have everything. So we're going to put him on dimensionals. We're going to put this flat on there. And I need to stamp my sentiment. And we're going to do, oh, happy day. So I'm going to just put Oh Happy Day at the bottom here. And we'll grab our black again. Oh Happy Day. Alright, it's a little crooked. It's alright. It'll still work just fine. Alright. We got our extra little flowers. You know what? I don't even want to use the flowers. We'll use some of our little clouds though. Alright, so let's first get our little kite on here. Right. So we'll have our kite up to the top. I'm going to put my peach side up for my little it is an 8-inch piece, Beth. So it's 8 by 5.5. Put some. So 8 by 5.5, and on the 8-inch side, we score at 1 inch, 2 inch, and 5 inch. Yeah. All right. So here we go. I just got to make him high enough so he is holding. You know, we're going to just move him over. We're going to have him kind of at a little angle here. Yeah. Since our words are goofy, we're going to make him goofy too. Sorry about this. I just gotta grab my phone here. Sorry. My husband is calling because it's usually our date night on Thursday night. We usually go out to dinner after my live, but he's calling a little early tonight. Oh no, he's calling about right on time. I'm running a little late tonight. All right. It happens. All right. And I think maybe this other little cloud we'll just put right down there with adhesive. I'm not gonna even do anything with that. All right. So now we're gonna take this, and this was 6 inches and 6 by 3, and this is scored at 1 3/4. This piece is 2 3/4 by 4. All right, so we're just going to adhere that one down. Just like that. Okay. Now, here's the trick. Before you put your stamped back on, we're going to adhere this bottom part, and then we're going to adhere the top part. So I'm going to take my bottom part here, and this is where you really do want a strong adhesive. So I'd recommend liquid glue or seal, and hopefully my seal will roll. I'm got it caught on something, so it hasn't been wanting to work. All right, I'll have to fix that. All right, I'm just gonna grab tear and tape for right now because I know that will work, and I don't want it to pop up. All right, so I'm just gonna take this right along the bottom. Oh, well, that wasn't good, but okay. I'm all flustered because my husband called. Oh my gosh, I need nails back. There we go. All right, I'm going to just lay this on the front, right to the bottom, just like that. I'm going to take this piece over, and I'm going to put my adhesive right on the edge there as well. So let's get rid of that piece that was all ucky. Couldn't look with my finger. So I'm going right on the edge of this piece. Give that a nice push, and hopefully I can peel that up. You can take a pick tool also to get that peeled up. All right. Give it a good rub. All right. So now there's our front of our card. That is so cute, hey? we're going to have to put some embellishments on that. All right, so now I've got the back of my card that's going to just cover up that backing. So I've got Oh Happy Day, my little bunny there. And let's go ahead and grab some of the flowers. We're going to stamp some flowers right on the back. And where are my flowers? There they are. We'll stamp them across the bottom, and then we'll give them a quick color. And I want my scrap. I want to keep, oopsie, stamping on my... Okay. All right. Bring my markers again. And actually this time I'm just going to go with our Shy Shamrock and just our Melon Mambo, just to make it fast coloring here. All right. All right. That. And I'm just going to color the whole flower the same color. I might actually come in and do some peach pie too, now I think about it, because there's some peach on that too. You know, flowers don't grow, their colors are not always the same. So we'll just wing it from here. All right, let's see. Okay, we'll use our light. And I'm coloring super fast here, so all right. But this card is so fun. They can have it stand on their desk or their table or their mantle and just really be a show-off, like an art piece that they can show off. And then you can have your little message right on the back. Here's a tip. If you wanted your message to be private, this piece right here, just double it and fold it in half so that it would open, you know, it would open like this. And you can have a secret little message in the back. But this one, we're just going to leave like this. And I'll sign it whenever I'm ready. Let's see. You know, this may make a really cute Easter card. Just saying. All right. There we go. Woohoo! All right. I'm going to just clean my stamp here. My 2 stamps. And then... excuse me, after I'm done coughing, I will bring in all the other cards. All right. Let's just get some junk out of the way. All right. So this was our card number 2. And our card number 1. All right. This one is not going to lay flat because it's not meant to. So it's going to keep doing this. So 1, 2, and 3. I hope you liked tonight's cards. If you're interested in getting this class kit for free, you do get the supplies to make all 6 cards. You need your own stamps, ink, and adhesive. That's all what you need to supply. But your kits will come just like this. So they're already pre-sorted. So you can quickly just pull out your projects. You get a PDF tutorial that's sent to you. All you have to do is place an order in my online store for $40 or more using the host code that's in the description. I'll repost it in the comments again. And do it before Sunday because I'm with Stampin' Up! Changing their customer rewards program. I don't want you to all of a sudden not be able to put your order in. So, and this is a retiring set. So that means that when you purchase it, do not, well, it's not available actually as a bundle. So when you purchase it, you're going to be purchasing your stamp set and your dies separately. So the stamp set, let me just put this here. And again, I will post that right after I end the video. But let me give you the codes for everything. And this is 160542 is the stamp set, which is on sale right now. And then our dies is 160550. All right. There we go. So now you can kind of see that all together. I'll move my other junk off to the side. All right. So have a great weekend. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for letting me entertain you or bore you or whatever for the last hour and a half. I appreciate your time with me, and it's so nice to be able to see you all again. Oh, here's the other card. Don't want to hide that either. Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Spend your weekend with people that appreciate you and love you and that you love and appreciate. Life's too short to spend it with people that don't care about you. So get out there with them. Do something fun, even if it's just taking a walk around the block. All right. Take care. Love you all.